Hello, everybody, from a different location. Yay! Okay, Start Frontiers, Alpha Dawn, basic game rules continued. I apologize for somehow managing to upload the order of part one and part two for PC stuff and introduction in kind of like the wrong order and timing. Don't ask me. I just messed up. So we've gone over creating character, a little bit of other stuff, and now we're moving on to simplified rules for this game. So, map and playing pieces. The two adventures included with the Star Frontiers basic game take place on the large city map that they supplied. The map shows the downtown area of Port Lauren. Areas to the east, west, and south of the map are residential. The spaceport is to the north. Each square on the map is 5 meters across. So this gives you some scale. Most large buildings, the government building, Pan-Galactic Corporation headquarters, the medical complex, etc., extend several stories below the ground as well as 2 or 3 stories above the ground. Pedestrian walkways connect some buildings and cross above the roads. The monorail is built above the buildings and walkways. So this gives you an idea on how to lay out and flesh out the map. All right. The cardboard playing pieces, remember those little chits? See, I'm mobile, so I'm only brought the books. I don't want to lose stuff right now. Must be separated before they can be used. They're telling you what to do. These counters include characters of all races. Each player should choose a piece that resembles his character. There also are counters for vehicles, animals, and strange aliens. Most of these are needed only in the expanded game. But this is so you can move around on the map, have some tactical ideas. So let's talk about the basic mechanics. Let's start getting into that. Game turns. Star Frontier games are played in turns. Each turn is 6 seconds long, so there are 10 turns in 1 minute. Note, the game time is not the same as real time. It might take several minutes to play a 6-second game turn if a lot is going on. During his turn, a character can do any one of the following things. 1. Move. 2. Fire a weapon. 3. Move and fire a weapon. 4. Reload a weapon. 5. Stand and do nothing. Game turn sequence. Each turn, players must do things in the order listed below. 1. Roll dice to see what side has initiative. 2. All characters on the side with initiative can move. 3. All characters on the side with initiative can attack. And there's a typo in here. There's no 4. It just goes to 5. 5. All characters on the side without initiative can move. 6. All characters on the side without initiative can attack. And it should probably be 7. All characters on the side without initiative can do nothing. Can choose to do nothing. Yeah, they had a typo in here. A player is not required to move or attack with his character. If the character moves or attacks, however, it must move or attack at the correct time during the turn. So they're doing group initiative. So you guys understand that. Initiative. At the beginning of each turn, one player from each side must roll 1d10. The result of this roll is added to the initiative modifier of the character with the highest reaction speed from that side. Whichever side gets the highest total has initiative for that turn. which means they get to move and attack first. If the totals are equal, then neither side has initiative. When this happens, the side with the highest single reaction speed moves and attacks first, followed by the other side. However, damage caused by successful attacks does not take effect until both sides have fired that turn. See combat for more information. Players must roll for initiative every turn of every fight. So this is a little bit different than what people mostly are doing now, which is individual rolls. And doesn't really matter who in the player group does the roll, because it's going to be whichever. They're just going to automatically add the highest PC initiative to that. Movement. Characters can move at 2 different speeds, walking and running. The movement table shows how many map spaces characters from each race can move in one turn while walking or running. Moving diagonally is allowed. Movement table. Then they got the core 4. Humans walk at 2 and run at 6. Duralicites walk at 1, run at 4. Rusk 3 runs at 7. Azarian 2 walks at 2, runs at 6. There's your little chart. The numbers shown are the maximum distance a character can move at that speed. A human, for example, could walk 1 or 2 squares in a turn, or could run 3, 4, 5, or 6 spaces in a turn. So again, it's up to the players how fast they're going. Roads. Crossing a road will slow a character down because he must dodge traffic. When a character wants to cross a road, he must stop next to it, no matter how many spaces of movement he has left. On the next turn, the character is placed directly across a road and can move no farther that turn. The character can move normally on the next turn. There is no penalty for running alongside a road. Pedestrian walkways. To get onto a pedestrian walkway, a character must enter from one of the ends. A character does not have to stop before crossing a road if he is on the pedestrian walkway. Remember, because they're above the road. Characters can walk underneath pedestrian walkways without any penalty. Buildings. A character can enter or leave a building only through the door or from a pedestrian walkway. Characters entering or leaving through a door must stop moving when they reach the door. On the next turn, they can move through the door at their full movement rate. Characters can move about freely inside buildings. Parking areas. Characters can move normally through the parking areas beneath buildings. See skimmers. Characters must enter and leave the parking area through the entrance ramps or elevators in the mall. Stacking counters. Only one playing piece can be any square at a time unless 1. The character is getting on or off the monorail or a skimmer. One of the characters is on a pedestrian walkway and the other is on the ground beneath the walkway. A character can move through a square that contains another character. All right, I'm going to stop there. We're going to go on to monorails, the next episode of this, and then the skimmers. And so we're going to get into the vehicles. So I'm reading you the rules so you can play this game as we go along. So everybody have a great day and talk to you later.